Hey there, guys! Alright, get everything set up and good to go. Where's my controller? That's important. Yeah, that's... unfortunately, I don't think there's really a good way to do the intro with the game screen set up correctly. Because, I mean, here's what happens if I try and do the intro, just as an example. Hey, Envious. So yeah, this is what the intro ends up looking like if I try and do it. Well, let me skip to it. So, it's unfortunately, there's not a very good way for me to do both. I can't transition between the two very easily. So, yeah, we just kind of end up not being able to do the intro, which is too bad. It's a nice intro. I actually think... Actually, let me do that. I could probably, if I just transferred it to the other computer, play it locally. So, kitty. So, go to OneDrive. That way tomorrow I can use you properly. But anyway, we'll go ahead and get moving. That is super awesome. Well, that's odd. Why is my thing is acting like it's dropping frames? Why are you doing that? Why you do? Is there anything else running I should know about? Oh! Yeah, close OneDrive. Obviously, yes, trying to upload a massive file to OneDrive is going to mess up my stream. I didn't think about that. For some reason, I forget that OneDrive is the internet. You know, I forget that it, loading stuff to something is not just putting it on my local area network. So, that's unfortunate. That's interesting. Why were you finding Orcus? That's... although granted, I'm not sure exactly who Orcus is, but I've definitely heard of the name. Okay, so if I remember correctly, I'm trying to get my buddy out. Well, it is a little bit weird you'd be fighting Orcus. Orcus is a nice guy. Oh yeah, we're getting right back into it. I did find the right place. I'm amazing. Forgive me, your gauntlet is... Who's there? Something urgent's come up. Stop! What's going on? Was Ross's operation successful? We gotta get moving. Yes, I saved him, but I couldn't save his gauntlet. Sonia, it's a gauntlet. I'm sorry, we'll talk later. I don't have time now. There's a conspiracy afoot, and I've got to jump through the portals of time. I guess... Am I able to take Roche with me? I know whenever I move through time, I'm moving to an area where they already exist and just sort of resuming the story, so I don't think I'm actually... Oh, that... Okay. Well, that certainly explains why you're fighting him, Envious. Wow. Were you intending to fight him, or was this more of a... You're going through a normal adventure, and then suddenly Orcus shows up, and you're like, oh, crap. I didn't know we were messing with this. I'm sorry. We'll talk later. I don't have the time now. I need to take Roche and leave immediately. What are you saying? Roche is in no condition to be moved? If you take him out of here, he'll die if I don't. What in the world is going on? This is going to be so confusing for her. She's, everyone's kind of lived in this world where they kind of accepted that Prophet Noah is above them and is protecting them, and everyone is, safe because of his prophecies. And so it must seem like Stock is just a crazy conspiracy theorist to her right now. Look at this. This is... It's a written order for the ambush of Roche's brigade. Oh, that's right. I do actually have the proof. That's helpful. Good. I was like, am I gonna have to punch her in the stomach, make her pass out, leave her in the bed, and just take Roche and run? This could turn really bad really fast. But no, I do actually have proof. A Grand soldier had it. Someone set a trap for Roche? Hugo, most likely. I'm going to the assumption that the entire army is our enemy. That's why I need your help. They'll certainly be here soon. Yeah, I played D&D years ago, but it's been a while since I played it. I'd like to get back into it, but it's tough. Sonia. I understand. I'll get him ready to leave. I'm worried about Lieutenant General Raoul too, but for now I can only save Roche. Yeah, and Raoul's been made sympathetic, but not, like, integral to the future of the plot, so he's expendable. Damn it, I wish I could leave Alastel in better circumstances. Interesting, so in this storyline, we're going to end up leaving Alastel and possibly joining with Grenorg. In the other storyline, we're going to, like, assassinate the princess. These very, very, very different storylines are fascinating, and it's all hinging off of one decision, and it's doing it very believably too. All right, it's time to go. Yes. Well, let's hurry and get out of the city before they find us. Too late. I can take it from you. You need to stay in Alastel. Oh, I'm sorry, Tetsuyo. That's terrible. I assume that it's not, buffering for you two, Envious or Squire, right? No! I'm the only one who can treat Roche right now. I'm coming, and that's final. I've often enjoyed D&D games. It depends. They've got to be very, very deep in roleplay. Obviously, the Baldur's Gate series is my favorite series of all time, but, like, I never actually got through Icewind Dale. So, well, it'll be difficult. Nothing could be harder than being separated from you and Roche. It's alright. I'm prepared for whatever we face. Oh, Thorpe. She's the priestess that's in my, like, intro movie that I didn't get to play. Alright then. Is Roche unconscious right now? I assume he must be, because he hasn't said a damn word. Yeah, it's an unfortunate fact, and I totally understand why Twitch does it, but until you get to about 20 viewers or so, it's like, I think it's that the top 100 or 1,000 channels, probably 1,000, get options on how high a quality of stream you get, and everyone else is just whatever they actually stream at, which is problematic because, you know, it's like you always have to start streaming at a higher quality in case you hit that limit and you actually get to go to stream quality. That way, because you obviously can't, oh, I've got quality options now, let me end the stream, because then people leave, and then you don't have them anymore. But at the same time, it's really frustrating because, yeah, it does this to me whenever there is, it does, what am I trying to say? I completely lost my train of thought, guys. I completely lost my train of thought. It's frustrating because I can't, I mean, I guess I can try and lower the bitrate some. I've never played Sword Coast Legends. I've heard of it, but I've never played it. And interestingly, and a lot of people really disagreed with me for this, but I enjoyed Neverwinter Nights 2 more than Neverwinter Nights. Neverwinter Nights, you had like one person with you. It wasn't a party, and I need a party. And everyone, I try to get into Planescape Torment. I need to pick up that game and brush it off again. Because I tried to play it for a few uploads, and I just could not figure out what was going on. There was no flow to it. Do you have any idea where we should go? I'll reach out to Field Marshal Viola at the Sand Fortress. She may be sympathetic. The Sand Fortress? Out of the question. Roche will never survive the journey. He's in a very delicate state right now. We need to let him rest, if only for a little bit. I did lower the bitrate some. Hopefully that will help those of you that can't actually watch. Um, yeah, it's if your stream has more about 25 or so viewers, you start getting quality options. But needless to say, mine caps out at like 5. And it's my own fault, but even the word fault is not right. If I wanted more viewers, I could get them pretty easily, but I'd have to play, Here's the Storm, and Hearthstone, and League of Legends, and games that I just don't want to stream. I mean, I will stream them sometimes, but I do this so I can play the games that I want to play, not so I can get this massive following and become a, Twitch streamer. And nothing against the people that want to do that, I certainly don't mind, but I really feel if you're doing this because you're looking for fame, you're going to be disappointed. Even if you find fame, it's going to be a job to you. I do this because this is how I relax, and if I happen to become one of those variety streamers that got really big, awesome. But if I don't care. So that's why I'm going to play the games I want. I'm going to play the games you guys recommend, as long as, I respect your opinion. I swear to God, the first one's like, dude, you should play Super Princess Party Cakes. I'll be like, yeah, and you should go F yourself. Yeah, I tried to, Envious. But even that, not really. I didn't, dedicate a night to it. I finished my stream and was like, I want to play Here's the Storm. So if you want to watch, awesome. And then one of my viewers, I forget who it was now, but was like, hey, yeah, we should, play together. And then I ended up waiting on him forever. And I was like, well, this is the worst stream ever. You're right. For now, we only need to slip past our pursuers. Let's head south. Okay. I'm doing such a bad job playing this game tonight, but that's okay, because conversation is happening. I love conversation. Is that Heist? No. That's just up to soon at this rate. I need to do something about this. I can hold them off, but can I hold them off on my own? The other problem, and that's... I suck at Cho'Gall, but I really like him. Gil. He'd have a good laugh if he could see me now. If I promised him and all. Sonia, take Roche and go ahead. I'll deal with our pursuers. But by yourself? Stop, don't be absurd. I defied the man who controls Alicel. I have to get a little absurd to survive that. Am I wrong? But don't worry. I won't let them lay a finger on you and Roche. No promise about me. Now go. Oh, alright. The other problem about stuff like that, because it is, I enjoy playing with people, and especially Heroes. Heroes is a much better game if you have other people to play with. But the problem is, it's always problematic to... You're either playing with another person, but you're not talking to them, which kind of defeats the whole purpose of playing with them, or you've got like a Skype call going on at the same time, and it doesn't really work. It works somewhat. Not a whole lot. And yet, Stock can't actually use this on travel players to save Keel, because there wasn't a time node there. And apparently, there's a really weird session where he was like, maybe there'll be a time node eventually, and I'm like, why would you say that? I mean, I'm sure there will, because the plot will work out in your favor, but why would you just expect a time node to grow in the future? There they are, over there. Alright, we get to find out what our little priestess girl does. That's awesome. Oh, never mind, I'm doing this alone. I wanted to learn about... okay. Wow, why am I... Well, that was a terrible idea on my part. She looks like a priestess. God dang, I hate that power zone. Get off that. She's a priestess. Okay, here we go. This is a much better way to do this. Wow, I didn't expect it to kill both of them. Not at all, but I'm certainly glad it did. That's certainly helpful. Making our daring escape. That should be far enough away. Let's rest for a while over there. Man, you're lucky I can beat these guys. Although at the same time, I don't know how what doctor is going to be like lugging someone that weighs 3 times her weight. Hang in there, Roche. I know Stock will help us. Hi. That's a terrible place to fight out. I don't believe this. He's a human. You monster! Ah! Get back! Don't come near me. That's right. I need to get Sonia and... Holy crap, I just took out a whole battalion! I did not recognize him! Interesting, so I get int in both... Or, int, sorry. Ot in both, storylines. I'm sorry... I work at a medical facility. I know what doctors look like. She does not look like a doctor. Oh, there he is! Over there! That must be the man the lady B was talking about! Don't get too close. Interesting. These guys don't look like performers in this storyline. Blonde hair and red clothes. Just does seem to be one. Hurry! We need to help him! He's hurt real bad. Calm down. Did he face off against these enemies by himself? I will. But are you sure about this? I'm not sure that is. That is not her, like, troop master. Also, I'm glad to hear that, Tatsu. I did lower the bitrate down to about 2,000. So that should, in theory, be helping. While bringing outsiders, especially humans, into Celestia. We can't leave anyone who's hurt like this. And what? Well, there's something creepy around. I want to hurry and go home. If you say so, we hurry back. I don't know why I've decided that he can't talk right, but I have. What is it? What is it? Well, now I see him up close. He looks like really cool. Is that the real reason you're so bent on saving him? Phoenix is adding as a vent. I knew Stoke was a badass, but I didn't know he could take out an entire battalion by himself. Holy jeez. Are you alright, Stock? Still alive. I am renaming Stock the Bloody Nine. Holy crap. Somehow, yes. You don't shy away from pushing your limits, do you? What about Roche and Sonia? Are they safe? You'll discover that for yourself when you wake up. Let's add a new chapter to the... Whoa, chapter 3? Chapter 2 was like a battle long! What? I expected... Wow. Here we go. Into despair. Tempest would praise stock. Yeah, where are we? This is a place I definitely do not recognize. I'm like, you're awake! Can you move? Well, he did get up out of bed, and he did walk around, so obviously he can move. Yeah, that's a pretty stupid question. I'm glad you're better. I know, despair is everywhere. Thank you. You saved my life. To be up and around only days after suffering such injuries. You trained yourself well, Red One. Red One? Red is the god's color. Tell me, where am I? This is Celestia. Oh! I wondered why you talked about Mount Celestia as the plane of lawful good. I was like, what does that have to do with anything envious? That's weird. But that certainly puts things in consideration. Celestia. That's Saturnus territory, if I remember right. Yeah, Mount Celestia. Unfortunately, about the only thing I actually know about Mount Celestia is what Rich Burlew told me in Order of the Stick. But you're... Envious, have you read Order of the Stick? Because if you haven't, I have to tell you something from it. It's freaking hilarious. But if you haven't, I'm not going to, because it may not... I'd have to, like, explain a little bit about it. I am Gufka. You might have guessed my appearance, but that I am no Satyrus. Indeed, I am Gutral. I am living in this town now for personal reasons. Gafka. Gafka reminds me of Kafka, which is a philosopher. I'm Ott. Yeah, I know. Huh? What's this now? Do you know him too, Ott? I don't think so. That's the... I'm so bad at remembering what I talked to, because I knew Ghost followed it, but I couldn't remember if I talked to you about it. I don't remember. Am I the only one here? When you rescued me, was anyone else nearby? Do you refer to the tough one? Don't worry, the tough one is in Celestia as well. Stock, you're awake! Sonia, so you made it too. I love how he refers to her as basically an afterthought. Oh yeah, Sonia, okay, you're here. Check. Gonna check that off in my... And Roche. Roche is safe. Gafka and Ott found us. They're giving us asylum in the village. I can't thank them enough for their kindness. I did nothing but carry the two unconscious humans here. It is Ott who deserves your thanks. She is the one who arranged for your entry into the village. We gotta help each other out when we're in trouble, right? Thank you so much, Ott. Hi, kitty. Hey, don't knock stuff over. What are you doing? Don't be a bad kitty. Sonia, where's Roche? He's recovering very nicely. He's out taking a walk around the village now. Walk? Yeah, how long have I been out then? Because he couldn't even wake up before. We left Elistral, he was. Yes, I couldn't believe it either. But it seems the overwhelming men in this village accelerated his recovery. Or I've been out for 2 weeks. Kitty. Although, right now he's... No need to tell me. Huh? I'll go see him myself. I think he is a goat person, Tatsu, although I'm not entirely sure. But he did say he was a Gorkin. And Gore definitely seems like a preamble to gorilla. What are you? I have nothing to say to a human. That looks like a unicorn person. Oh, hi. I will take that. I will take your crystal charm. Well, here we get to the point in the game where you get the kind of forced racism. I mean, I don't get me wrong, I'm really, really glad that racism plays a part in so many games, because I think as you grow up, it's really helpful to run into that. People like me really don't ever run into discrimination. It's you know, we go through our whole life and we hear about discrimination, but we never experience it. And to be in a game where we're subject to discrimination is really helpful, actually. And I'm glad that so many games have it, but at the same time, when you play as many games as I do, it's like, okay, yes, now we're going to get the, oh, you're in a place where you're the minority and everyone hates you section. And very, very few people, or very, very few games do anything more with that other than I'm going to make you uncomfortable because you're being discriminated against. And you're going to think that's unfair, and that will help you in your life, which is good, but I get tired of it now. So, let me not bandy words and be like, me. Everyone hates humans. Why? Did you do something bad, mister? What's the matter, human? Do you know a flower called the Celestia Iris? I figured it would be something that grew here, just based on the name. Oh, Celestia Iris are the pretty flowers on the ground here. They're actually really hard to grow. They don't usually bloom, they die as buds. Blooming season has just ended. The buds you see around will probably die off before ever flowering. Well, can I take one of the buds? That's fine, but as I said, blooming season just ended. If you don't mind that, go ahead and take one. And now I have to get here earlier in the plot line in order to make it actually bud when I get to this point. Alright, we'll go ahead and save. But I do know there was a really interesting article that I read the other day. I forget what game it was, but there was a game where when you initially rolled your character, it would randomly assign you a race. You know, basically the color you ended up in the game was just randomly done and tied to your stream ID. And there were a whole lot of people that ran into racist remarks when they were playing with other people, and they were so confused and put back, and it was their first real experience with actual racism. Because sometimes your character would end up black, your character would end up Mexican. Hey, Ghost, welcome. My village is protected by a barrier made of magic. Be warned, a human can leave this village on his own. He will not be able to return alone. Yeah, but in the other timeline, I have a Saturnos buddy. Alright. What does time carry away? You don't understand? That's fine. Then I was just making conversation. That's the second time someone said something like that to me. Obviously, that's going to be relevant. I have to remember who is saying it. And by the way, have you heard of the legendary martial artist? He's amazing. And the Saturnos or the Guts Roll stand a chance against him. Well, it's apparently me, because I just got a freaking brigade. Against a disciple to become strong enough to defend Celestia. I've already run into one of his disciples. That's interesting. I wonder how many disciples he has. And are they all female? Hey, I'm talking to you. I'm talking to you. My mommy says I can't talk to humans, which is really weird because I think I just did. This is going to be one of those where the, like, prices are... No, they're not charging an unreasonable amount, but they also don't seem to have anything that I actually want. So yeah, nothing amazing here. Nothing astounding. And items? Humans can be customers too, I guess. Okay, let's get some of these, because I only have 3 of them. Ba-dum, ba-da-dum, ba-da-da-da-da-da-dum. I haven't used any yet. Divine Tree of Mana is beyond the village. It protects the village with its... Divine Tree of Mana. A human went towards it just now, though. Wow, it's a divine tree, and you're just like, yeah, some guy just came in and walked that way. He was a human. Hopefully nothing bad will happen. Because you guys seem to absolutely abhor humans. Haha. Of course I just have to really bug him a lot now that he said that. I'm going to talk to you. Hey, I'm talking to you. I do like, though, that he doesn't just keep saying, stop, don't talk to me. It's like, if you talk to him again, he's just like... Yggdrasil. Stoke. Long time no see. Yeah. Are you in better shape now? You can talk to me, Roche. My brigade. What happened to him? Honestly, I don't know what became of anyone except you. We know broadly what happened. Selvin sent Paladin's brigade to ambush you. And he was able to do that because Hugo sold you out. Isn't anyone else left? Well, in the moment, you're the only one I could take. Why not Kiel instead of me? Or Scott, or Roy, or Bayline? They were all new recruits. I finally learned their names. Where are they? Why did you save me? I swore to Kiel I'd protect you, come what may. He believed you'd rise again and lead Alistol down the right path. Everyone did. They all placed all their hopes on you. Damn, even then I'm just... There's nothing I can do in this state. The gauntlet replacing my arm's busted. What do you expect me to do like this, Stock? Well, this is a really powerful scene. It's a little bit obvious. I mean, of course, you just lost a whole bunch of people. You're going to take it really badly, but still. You still feel it. And, you know, especially because the game has set it up so much that we are, you know, moving through time and kind of just half in the brigade and half in this other timeline. And so we weren't as close. It just kind of reminds us that for him, he's been spending the last several weeks and months, probably weeks, really drilling and getting to know these people. And he didn't get to leave and have other adventures. And doesn't have that mental distance that we do from them. And you, why don't you protect your men? It's your duty as a superior officer. Hey man, I didn't lead them into an ambush. You're nothing but a... Forgive me. You did nothing wrong, I'm the one to blame. That's interesting, Tonto. I'd never quite realized that, but... I was so focused on the war that I couldn't protect them from the dangers lurking in Alistel. It would have been better if I just died then and there. That's not true. Don't give me that self-pitying nonsense. If Kiel and the others were here right now, could you say those exact words to them? You survived because everyone else was counting on you. Your life isn't just yours anymore. So that'll be enough of that from you. Leave me. I don't want to see anyone right now. Technically, you've still never seen anyone. You've been looking at a tree. Sorry, Stock. Roche said some... Are you eavesdropping? That was a moment between men! It's alright. You don't need to apologize for him. It's just... I've never seen him like that. He really seems... defeated. It's possible his gauntlet being broken is the root of the problem. You mean his left arm? He never talked about that. And I've never asked. It'd be intruding too much on what must have been a traumatic event. So I'll ask you instead. What's the history behind Roche and his gauntlet? I see no reason not to tell you. It happened a long time ago. My brother was a serviceman, when one day a certain new recruit was assigned to his brigade. Oh, I thought that was him talking, like as a flashback, but no, she's talking. This recruit was severely wounded in a battle and lost the use of his left arm. Since my brother was also a Thermatech engineer, he performed surgery to save the soldier. I will definitely be playing Alicia's story, or at least I can't imagine me not doing it, because as I understand, it's basically like the future arc of Grace's. And the future arc was amazing and certainly worth playing, so I will be doing Alicia's story, although I don't think I'm anywhere near the end of the game, so that's a ways off. In the process, he grafted most of the long in development mechanical arm to him, the gauntlet. And that new recruit was, of course, our Roche. My brother was especially fond of him. So that's why his low-ranking serviceman is cutting tech Thermatech arm. Roche bounced back, but the gift of his Thermatech meant he'd be forever indebted to the army. Sorry, guys. Wow. Naturally, we can let someone surprise technology out of their possession. Having that gauntlet makes him, by extension, property of the army rather than of Alistel. Roche is a soldier at the heart. I don't think he resents the army having a hold over him. On the contrary, he uses that gauntlet with pride. Oh yeah, I definitely got it while I was free. When I posted the first episode of Historia, like 3 people were like, "You need to download this right now." Roche thinks using the gauntlet in the service of the military is the best way to repay my brother. His left arm was his very soul as a soldier. Now that the soul's been shattered, he was unable to protect his own brigade. I understand better now. If the gauntlet means that much to him, does your brother also die in battle? Yes. 2 years ago, actually. I was told it was an honorable death, that he was considerate of his men to the last. I see. Roche supported me through that. That's why it's my turn to support him now. But there's nothing I can do. The only way I can help him is to be by his side. Nothing I say seems to reach him. And call me selfish if you like, but I don't want him fighting anymore. I'm tired of seeing everyone hurt and bleeding. Sonia. I'm sorry. A doctor should be thinking more rationally. But I'm being serious when I say I don't want him to fight anymore. And Stott, I can say the same about you. Anyway, if he does pull himself together, he can't get back to battle like this. Oh, careful, Envious. That's not a spoiler, but yeah, we're starting to get a little bit too close to talking about future events. I know you know, but I always... It's better to say it than to wait until someone finally does cross a line. Obviously. Anyway, if he does pull himself together, he can't go back into battle like this. Is there any way you can repair the gauntlet? Not with the equipment here, unfortunately. My boss, Fennel, is the most skilled Thermatech scholar there is. He taught me how to service the gauntlets for Roche's sake, so I do have the know-how. I just don't have the core parts to do it with. Core parts? I know, Envious. Like I said, it's not a spoiler, but it's still... We're starting to get into, oh yeah, this is all the stuff that you haven't seen yet. And even though you're keeping it restricted down to stuff that I already know about, it's a danger zone to get towards. So, that's why I always, whenever I start seeing people kind of toe around... Anytime I see conversations moving in a direction that could lead to spoilers, I always just, because I sure don't want someone to say something they shouldn't. Core parts. Can we use what we have? Well, it's just not that simple. Core parts are the basis for control of the gauntlet's movement. I didn't realize until I had him on the table how fierce the battle must have been. The core part that should have been in the gauntlet were broken, completely unrecoverable. I can make new ones from scratch, but I need a facility like the one at Alcel Castle. Or, if I get my hands on an unused gauntlet, I could salvage core parts from that. Ah, there you are, little one. I hope I'm not interrupting. Would you mind coming with me? The Patriarch is calling for you. Who's the Patriarch? Go on, Stock. I'll stay with Roche. It's the only thing I can do. It's not the only thing you can do. Alright. Look after him. And call me if anything comes up. And Sonia, don't take it so hard. Thank you. Where are we off to? Over here. To the only other building in town. In here, you are expected. Well, you people certainly weren't here earlier. Patriarch Baranaka. I have brought the red one. Now, here's the big question I don't understand yet. Why is Ott here in this storyline? Because theoretically, if we hadn't acted, wouldn't she have been killed by saber-toothed tigers prior to now? Why is she here, of all places? Also, or is that not Ott? Shouldn't Ott know who I am? Because I know there are different timelines for me, but they're still the same timeline for everyone else. So, shouldn't she have gone to Groncel with me, and then separated paths? Why does she not know who I am, unless that's not actually Ott? And it may not be, but it sure looks like her. But it hasn't actually revealed her name yet, I don't think. Thank you, Gofka. Now stop. What do you want? Show some respect, why don't you? By whose grace do you think it is that a filthy human like you is allowed here in Celestia? There's no need for that, Elm. He's our guest. But... you're a woman. Why not act more ladylike? I'm sure it would help our injured guests feel more at home. Shut up! Butt out, okay? Oh wait, is Elm the redheaded person? I was thinking that... Okay, whoops. Really, treating humans as our guests is just... Alright now. That is enough, Elm. I am sorry, Stock. Many here have a low opinion of humans. It's all one to me. Let's get down to business. Indeed. From what Gofka tells me, you are rather skilled. I'd like to put those skills to use with a favor. Wow, that certainly sounds... dodgy. Oh, now that you're in the village, I want to put those skills to use. What's that? A band from our clan who travels the continent gathering goods and information will return soon. But the past few days I've seen the odd incidents in the Monster Lavitz Hills, as Lasville Hills. No, envious, they're not separate timelines, though, because the whole purpose is of me being able to go between the timelines in order to influence events is that for, like, whenever the bomb shipment got held up, I was able to go into the other timeline, head off the crows in order to save the bomb guy from them, and so he made it to the mine in the other timeline. So, although for me, it's two separate timelines, for everyone else, it's just a question of, you know, I mean, is it as we get further and further from the instigating events, the timelines move further apart? Is that what's happening? Because that was in Chapter 1, and that was very close to my decision to either go with, the Special Intelligence or with the Army. And so, at that point, the timelines were still together. But as the ripples expand from me making that difference in decision that has changed so much about the war, everyone's life is starting to shift apart. That's probably what's happening. That must be what it is. Elm's village core and Gofka are helping with them, but it isn't easy. So you want my help as well? Alright, I do owe you for taking us in. And you had been fantasizing about what I could do if you refused. Oh, do to you if you refused. I was like, what? I'm surprised at how you brute you can be sometimes. Realm's hatred for humans isn't easy to deal with. Why is Ott doing a pelvic thrust behind me? Am I the only one that saw that? Seriously, what? Elm, Stowe's not a bad guy. Don't say nasty things about him. You too, Lady Ott? Ahem. I'm sorry to put this on you so suddenly, but I should go about this at once. Yeah, but she's usually not standing directly behind me when she does it, Squire. Alright. Why don't I come with you? Would you? It would be reassuring for all, I'm sure. Oh, I want to help too, can I? No, you need to stay here. No, I'm going to go with Stoke. Stock. Don't worry, Patriarch. I'll be there with her, and the Red One is quite skilled. There's nothing to fear. What a troublesome, headlong child. Reminds you of me at her age. Well then, Stock. I am sorry to add to your burden, but I will be counting on you. Got it. Alright. Well, this certainly changed a lot in a very short period of time. So yeah, I have left the other timeline in the dust. Yeah, Ott does not know us in this timeline, which is still confusing. Although I guess if they're completely separate, but it's just, it's... I kind of liked it better when my understanding of the game was that the timelines weren't really truly separate, and so you could, in essence, kind of be in two places at once as far as the timeline was concerned, although to you they'd be different realities. But it does make sense as, you know, in like one timeline, the other kingdom took over the Sand Fortress, so obviously it's like, I can't go to the Sand Fortress, and suddenly there's enemies there, and yet it still be the same timeline for them. That doesn't make any damn sense. Dang it. Wow, he's level 23, hello. Oh, wait, no, I'm level 26, less hello. Defeating the monsters near the village. I'm gonna laugh if I leave the village and immediately the other two are just like slip back in and be like, haha, you can never come back now. Loser. Yeah, it does seem likely. It seems like that the other timeline is still influencing effects here. And so when she first met me, she's like, wow, he looks really cool. This guy's amazing. We should help him, like, right now. And this guy's like, dude, hold on. Awesome. I can choppity-choppy things. Interesting, so there's a path. Celestia's hidden right there. So all I need to do is go back in time a little bit and plant those seeds. And I can get here from Lava Hills East, apparently? How do I get here? What is blocking the way, and why couldn't I have gotten here before? Herbal tea times 2. Double up! That is clever, game. Oh, no, 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 not that, not that. That's how I... Okay, there is another one, hidden one there. Well, hi. I was kind of trying to sneak up on you, but you wouldn't let me. Like a jerk. Oh, I kind of thought the thing would die, actually. Hey, don't do that! Bum, bum, bum. All right, then we write them up, and we pull them forward. Crack-a-boom. I love the bombs. Bombs, bombs, bombs. Bombs the word. Kitties, what are you doing? Don't be bad, kitties. Oh, I forgot they could do that. Cat, what are you doing? Stop eating things. Well, because dancing is awesome. This game is obviously a precursor to Persona 4 Dancing All Night. Because that's how you can defeat enemies, with the power of dance. Kitty. She doesn't have mushroom. Poor Ott. Okay, so Mushin, temporary raise crit rate. I knew I did it. I knew I looked at it to find out what it was, but I could not remember. That feels super, super, super good. Alright, every time. Always makes me fight this extra stupid thing. This is dumb of me, but it's fun. Bomb him. Pull him. Bomb him. Knock him to the left. And hit him twice. He is so dead. Wow, he died in one. I'm gonna keep the pain train going. Oh, no I'm not. That's lame. Here's what I think, I think the anti-shadow weapons... Do we know about 4? We know about Aegis, we know about Labrys. Who are the other ones? I mean, we kind of know about the one from Answer, but that wasn't a real one. But I don't think that Persona 5 is going to deal a whole lot with previous games at all. Oh, Envious, be careful. I know nothing about Persona 5. I haven't, and so, I'm sure you are being careful, but I'm just... But yeah, it's... I really feel like... I mean, they have to know Persona 5. The Persona series is really, really big, but a lot of people won't have played the Persona games since Persona... You know, Persona 4 came out so late in the PS2 cycle that a lot of people really, like, have heard about it for a long time, but won't go back to PS4 to play it. And so I'm sure that, that it will probably tie into previous games, but I'm sure it'll be very, very much standalone. So, I'm supposed to deal with monsters that are nearby. I wish I knew precisely where. Damn it! There goes that guy. Dude, you... Oh my god, stop, stop! It is really tough to know because we want to talk about Persona because of course Persona is kind of my main series. Dude, she just woke up. Leave her alone. the actual hell are you guys doing? Poor Ott! Holy crap! Guys, stop! Envious, it's a little bit weird, to be honest. It depends on the game whether or not I will watch a trailer for it. I did very specifically talk about it for Persona 4 Arena, that I had not watched the trailer because people warned me there were spoilers. However, that said, it's like, for stuff I play on Twitch, I typically will watch the trailer, but A, because I'm trying to decide what I want to play, and B, because I use it in the intro movie. So it's really, really hard. I can see, especially if you primarily, I've been over here with Twitch for a long time, to not realize that I typically won't watch it for the YouTube. But it's a difference between... With YouTube, I really stay constrained to the same couple of series that I know are good, and so I want to walk in as blind as possible. Whereas over here, I'm almost always going to completely new series and experiencing completely new things, and it is tough to figure out what I want to, what I'm kind of willing to get into in that one. So it's very, very difficult for people to, necessarily know whether or not I'm going to watch something, because I am very inconsistent about it, and I'm sorry about that. I'm taking poison damage while I'm asleep? But yeah, I'm sorry, it wasn't Persona 4 Arena, it was Ultimax that had the massive freaking spoiler in the trailer. Gee, stop summoning everything! How am I supposed to fight this? Cat, I don't know what you're doing, but stop. I don't know about that. I really kind of doubt that the Persona 5 trailers are really... Cats, what are you doing? Stop! Stop putting people to sleep! Okay, at least they survived that. But I do personally kind of doubt that there's going to be a lot of spoilers in the Persona 5 trailer. The big spoilers that happened because in the Ultimax trailer was because they sort of assumed people would be familiar with the series. Stop doing that! Okay. So, how do I do this most efficiently? No, there's not a great way. Push that. Then drop a bomb. Then pull it. And I'm going through items like I've got some. Will you please stop summoning crap? Man, this is a bloody annoying fight right here. Stop summoning crap! Jeez, this is stupid. This is just a regular encounter, too. This isn't anything special. Good Lord. Yeah, I freaking deserve that. Every second of it. Oh my God. So specifically, what monsters am I trying to kill? Because I have not found anything, and I'm just sort of wandering the area now. Did I miss something? No, screw you guys. Screw you guys. Don't even care about you. Okay. So tired of that stupid, massively respawning enemy thing. Brr. Indeed, monsters' number have increased. They've grown more savage as well. That's because humans aren't carrying out their duties of protecting the Earth. It's a real problem. Our duty to protect the Earth? Don't you know, Stock? Apparently you don't. To live on this continent without knowing all it came to be. A lamentable state of things. Yeah, quit picking on Stoke. Well, Ott is so defensive and so protective. I meant him no disrespect. It's just, it's one who lives on the continent. Well, that doesn't sound good at all. What was that sound? It came from that way. I bet it's some monsters attack. We gotta rescue them. Wait, the monsters? You're rescuing the monsters? Have I really been playing this game for 13 hours? Jeez, doesn't feel like it. But I guess that makes sense. This is stream 5, isn't it? I played for about We'll try it. What's the worst gonna happen, right? That must be the group that the Patriarch was talking about. Leave this to me. Well, hey, Chubba Bubba. Oh, hell to the no. Kill these things off immediately. Damn it! Thank goodness, thank goodness. Okay, are you weak against anything, Mr. Forest Bear? Kill that. Weak against ice. Well, that sucks, I don't have any ice. You didn't kill that. Kill that. Okay, 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 I can breathe again. Well, that's bad. So, push him back. Then bring her in. Push him down. Set another one there. Pull him up. Double slash. Double slash. And then we better guard up, because he's going to do something finally. Alright, that works. Level up. Now you learn Ice Trap. Fantastic. That's exactly the order I wanted you to do that in. With splendid skill, you saved our lives. My name is Vanos, and I am the leader of this troop. Vanos. Uncle Vanos! Ah, dear aunt. You've gone so much while I was away. I wonder how many of those, I wonder how many of those big monsters are actually lurking around. And also, I kind of wonder how much the desertification has to do with them being, more and more prevalent. You're the ones the Patriarch mentioned, then? Well, that's us. We're doing a tour of duty across the continent as traveling performers. Periodically, we make trips back to Celestia to deliver whatever information and supplies we find. Oh, I'm glad you're all safe! The monsters of the area normally pose no threats, but there are an unusual number of them, all with a vicious temperament. We owe our survival to you three. I really can't thank you enough. There's no need for thanks. No need to stay here any longer, either. Let's get back to Celestia. Huzzah! I see. So the situation in the wider world continues to worsen. Good no, it was chaos. We scarcely escaped. You can barely call what's going on there a war anymore. Grenorg is perpetually on the run from Alistel's overwhelming military might. Then Grenorg will fall. It seems their karma has caught up to them. The real problem is what happens afterwards. Who exactly rules Alistel? Hugo. The common consensus at the front line is that General Hugo has full authority over the army. There's no knowing how true that is without actually venturing into Alistel, though. I've heard rumors of this Hugo. I doubt he's a trustworthy human, to say the least. Peace doesn't necessarily follow war, but... I'm sorry, Vanas, but I'll send you to Alistel as soon as you can. Such is the lot that we travelers. Never fear, Patriarch. I'll be on my way soon. Then rest well. You must all be tired from your long journey. Yes, please excuse me. I'm just kind of starting in touch with the rest of the troop. So Hugo has full control of Alistel now. I wonder if Lieutenant General Raoul is safe. It's seeming like I'll need to revisit Alistel, as dangerous as that may be. Maybe you can kill Hugo in the other timeline, and that will make him less ruly here? That'll make him unruly. I need to see what it's like on the ground, and if possible, meet with General Raoul somehow. I should ask Vanas if he meant me tagging along. Wait, you want to go back in this timeline? Thanks, you're awesome! I was just saying, I never heard any good rumors about Hugo. Although they're just rumors, so who knows what's true. Can anyone really be that evil? He doesn't seem to view other people as anything more than trash. He won't think twice about killing any number of people just to keep his position. That's the kind of man he is. If that's true, he's no different than Queen Protea of Grenorg. That's an interesting outlook, actually. Sorry, there's something in my back pocket. I'm trying to get... Haha! Yes. A piece of paper makes me unbalanced enough that it bugs me. But yeah, it's an interesting Hugo and Protea, because Hugo at least seems competent. Protea is just someone that was put into power when she shouldn't have been, and just sort of oh, I can do whatever I want. Awesome! But, Hugo is actually a scheming, underhanded snitch dude. I hate humans, but I have to thank you for that. Yeah, Persona is a spin-off series of the Shin Megami Tensei series. I suppose I have to thank you for saving Vanas. Oh, I want to trash the place. Man, these guys are lame. Don't tell me what to do. Thanks for saving us. I never expected that we'd encounter a violent creature like that in Lava's Hills. What's the matter, Stalk? How do you plan on entering Alistel? We'll go as traveling entertainers. While our purpose is a ruse, the show is real. I see. Actually, I came to ask you to take you with me. I want to see what's happened to Alistel by myself. Oh yeah, Tetsuo, I've only played Persona, or I've only played Shin Megami Tensei 3, so take that as it may. But, yeah. At the very least, in Shin Megami Tensei 3, the world pretty much got unmade in the first, 20 minutes of gameplay. So, they definitely aren't connected world-wise. If you want to know more, I have a Let's Play up on YouTube about it. No, I'm kidding. That's kind of scuzzy. I want to see what's happening to Alistel for myself. If needed, I can perform in your show as well. Oh, so you're talented performer as well. There's truly more to you than meets the eye. That's interesting, but everyone in Alicel is going to know who you are, Stock. It's not like they're going to go there. It's not like Grenorg, where you're a relative unknown. Yet, you may not need to. There aren't as many any major checkpoints until we reach Alicel itself. It makes you able to claim that you're a bodyguard that we hired. In any case. Yeah, is SMT4 on the Vita? Because the thing is, when it came out, I didn't have a Vita, so I kind of discounted it. What is it? It's just... I seem to recall talking to someone else with this, taking someone else with us the same way. But I can't remember any of the details. Oh well, it's not important. Probably just my imagination. The 3DS. My 3DS is frustrating me so much. This is a DS game, so I can emulate it. The 3DS is not really working correctly in terms of capturing, which makes me really annoyed. And it's because I got it through Katsu Kitty, and Katsu Kitty's an idiot. Well, Stock, please. Make yourself ready to depart. We'll leave for Alicel tomorrow. Oh, I guess I didn't need to rest at the place then. I'm doing extra work. Stock, are you really going back there? You're a wanted man. I'm too worried about losing General Raoul. Don't worry, I suspect that man until recently. I'm well versed in keeping a low profile. And he did learn the trick about avoiding detection, although how well that will work on Heist is an open question. It should work well on the rank and file soldier. No, it's... Katsu Kitty built, like, this weird protection into it, and the, like, code doesn't work right. I'm trying to find a way around it, because he also won't work with me, because, he's dumb. You're right, but be careful all the same. Don't worry, you'll see me again. Look out for Roche while I'm gone. Part of me also is just hoping to get the emulation working, because they're actually decently close to getting a 3DS emulator going. I will. Just because, I mean, I think that you can upscale and get a lot better picture. Like, this is way easier than actually using a DS. Plus, it's just a lot easier for me to do this to this rather than... You know, can you imagine if I was playing the game like this the whole time? I have to do this, and then it's bad. Alicel is a dangerous place to be right now. Welcome to. We'd worry if you went alone, Stock. That's why I want to come with you. I believe we've already proven ourselves. I doubt we'd be a burden to you. Not that I don't appreciate it, but won't the Patriarch object to Aunt coming? But if I'm not with you, then you can't get through the barrier your way back. The girl is correct. I see. Alright. Well then, it's time we were off. Except for one thing. There's actually been a slight change in plan. I love changes in plans! It seems we'll be traveling separately from you, Stock. Is that what you're speaking to the Patriarch about before? Oh no, I do want to get to it eventually. But I want to get to a lot of things eventually. Yes, we're making haste for Cygnus on the Patriarch's orders. But don't be worried on our account. We'll head directly to Alicel afterwards. Our business in Cygnus should be brief, so it won't be long before our paths rejoin. Alright, if we get there first, we'll stay low and wait for your arrival. That would be best, I think. Well, now it really is time that we departed. We'll see you at Alicel. I really like that they gave him a picking up his backpack sprite change. We should be going too. What are they doing in Cygnus? So that's where I'm going. Is this... I know nothing about Devil Survivor. Well, I know nearly nothing about Devil Survivor, I should say. Yeah, this is the timeline where I can fight that boar as well. I'm pretty sure I can take the boar out now. Let's go find out. It seems, from what little I have been able to glean together... Oh, damn it. That's one way to abuse the system. Hey, Kraken. Yeah, it seems like for a long time Atlas made very, very, very difficult games that you have to like really, really grind through and involve a whole lot of... They're very like combat oriented with interesting but very, very minimalistic plots. And then they made the Persona series with a much, much deeper plot line and people just went crazy for it. From what little I know. Oh, you can just buy these as well. Awesome. I've been like trying not to use them because I thought they were unique. But nope, they're things you can just buy at a shop. Hey, the girl. Wow, I just got completely snubbed. I'm like, hey, girl, and she's like, the general store's over there. I know you're not talking to me. Alright, moving on up. They just told me there was a beast kind that came in here. So maybe I do have to stay at the end in order to trigger the scene. Because I definitely do not see them in here. Nope? Huh. Well, then I don't know. This is me laying low, just running through the city like an idiot. On the surface, it doesn't look like anything's changed. There's no soldiers posted either. Did they get careless thinking I wouldn't return? I wonder how Lieutenant General is doing. How the heck did he get to Cygnus and back already? We had a much better time than I expected. I love how I run significantly slower in cutscenes than out of them. Haha, stock. I'm glad we were able to find each other. How is the city? Same old, it seems. Where's everyone else? I left them waiting outside the city walls, just in case. But it seems there aren't any problems coming this far in, at the very least. Well then, it's time we got to gathering information. What's your plan? Oh, we'll try the usual methods tailored to our troupe. I'll announce to the people that we're performing here. Performance? Why are you... Yes, obviously a performance, man. When people gather, they also talk, you see. But we can't have people finding out who you are before that. Please, use this robe. Shouldn't I have put on the robe before I got here? Sorry for the trouble. I'll put it on if the need arises. Greetings, good folk of Alistar. We are a troupe of traveling performers, come from Cygnus. In a short while, we will be putting on the show for the feats of marvels. Come on, come on. Give us your coins if we be friends. You there, what are you doing? May I help you? I'm putting on a show. Did you not hear me? I spoke loud and boisterously. I was only announcing that we'll be putting on a performance here. Well, I can see that. Putting on your performance is fine, but you need to stop attracting customers right now. Wait, what? What? You can put on a performance, but don't let anyone see it. These are the Prophet Noah and General Hugo are about to address the people. Aha, then say no more. We are unfamiliar with this land and your customs. Pardon our small misunderstanding. Just so long as you know. There won't be a second time. Stork, what shall we do? It seems there'll be quite a crowd here before long. Should we hide amongst them to listen? Yeah, they may prove useful. Then we'll wait for the proper time to leave Alistar. Oh yes, and don't forget to use the robe I gave you earlier. I won't. Put it on when we go to the square. Oh, I can absolutely do you a favor, buddy. Buddy. Art is what's known as a shaman in Celestia. Shamans must watch over the passing of souls to guide them to the right path. Yeah, so I hear. Shamans have special powers. Normally, when a person dies, others may grieve, but they will eventually accept it. This is because there are no way to bring back the dead, but it is not so for a shaman. They live in a balance of life and death, and by stepping off, they may bring them back. It may be obvious to you, but what exactly is wrong with bringing someone back to life? Retrieving a lost soul is like sending the rain back to the heavens. To do the unnatural distorts that which is natural. Correcting what's unnatural causes only more distortion, and with it, more destruction. A shaman with a weak heart will misuse this power, and stray from the right path, as the last shaman did. Yeah, that's definitely relevant. The last shaman. Is she in Celestia? No, she was unable to accept her friend's death and left the village with his soul. So there's a presumably Satyrian shaman out there with effectively a ghost. Perhaps if Art continues on his journey, she may encounter her. If that happens, and you are with her, I want you to help her. Make certain that Art doesn't go down the wrong path. Okay. Thank you. Last rumor I heard that she had gone towards the desert town. Please, take care of Art, and be careful. Take care. Really? You're dealing with a heavily armed person with beastkin companions, just so you know. Just so you're aware. That just seemed like something I should make you aware of. Alright, level 27. I'm still amazed he's running around the city in his normal uniform. He's only like, oh, I'm going to the square, I better put on a robe. Dude! Alright, let's go. I will now deliver to you, who have gathered here, the words of the Prophet Noah. By virtue of the Prophet Noah's wise leadership, the evil nation of Ganoa will soon fall. But this alone will not suffice to bring the Prophet's ideals to fruition. Even after Ganoak's defeat, many of this world remain who are untouched by the Prophet's light. These wretched people, knowing not the ways of God nor man, continue to pollute the world. And this leaves the Prophet Noah with a heavy heart. I don't like this. It's a very arrogant point of view. Consider the savage tribe living in the western wastes. Thrice has the prophet reached out his hand, and thrice has it been slapped away. Yep. Until they have now restored the unforgivable blasphemy by defying him through military strength. May heaven's wrath strike down the savage tribe of Cygnus. Consider, too, the beast kind whose misshapen forms ravage the lands ruled by men. Yep, he's just trying to, begin a holy empire that rules all that it surveys. Their monstrous countenances and alien magics mark them as an enemy to be feared. They weren't... Hey, weren't there some beast kind in the city just a moment ago? Yeah, there were, I saw them! Hope the Nose and the others have already made their exit. This is horrible! It seems there's no hope for peace between us. I've heard all I want to. Let's go. Wait, how's the scene if we leave now? We need to leave along with the rest of the crowd once the speech is over. Children of the prophet Noah. Children of Alastal. And why is Vanas not here? Vanas was the one who was specifically told to gather information. Our battle has not yet come to an end. Not until the eyes of the savages are opened and the bloodline of the beasts is terminated. Let us march proudly together, hand in hand. May light shine upon Alastal. Creepums. Man, this plotline is really kicking it into high gear, like in a big way. We were just sort of like moving along, okay, hey, we're in the army, we're doing this, and all of a sudden, like, major updates to the plot in the last couple of episodes. Last couple of hours, actually. I doubt our performance here would be welcome anymore. If we were to put on a show now, they'd throw rocks, not coins. We didn't do anything bad yet. Why do you say all that stuff? No wonder Elm is always mad. I'm sorry. Oh, it's not your fault, Stock. You're awesome. It's the bad baldy dude. Stock. Here. Show this to no one else. That man, was that? Yep, that was the spy dude. That was Heiss's mole. What's the matter? That man slipped me a note. Bar's back alley. Night. R. The only R I know is Rice. Reich. What is this? What's the R mean? I think I have some idea. Oh, maybe Raoul. That could certainly be. Or Raoul. Well, let's go where the note tells us. We'll wait for you here. We do stand out a bit. And why did you take your damn robe off, you idiot? Yeah, I agree. Stock. So that was you this afternoon. I'm glad to see you safe, R. Or rather, Lieutenant General. Just barely. If we could celebrate the reunion, but there isn't any time. I'm currently being hunted, just as you are. Would you leave Alastal with me now? No questions asked. That is a line that belongs in an entirely different story. That was my plan, yes. Alastal's gone completely mad. Under Hugo's leadership, the people have lost sight of the path they should be taking. I couldn't do anything about it, and even if I could stay here, we must take steps outside the country to stop this madness. I agree. Actually, I have some partners I've been working with. I had them wait elsewhere so we can meet up with them first. All right. You can come out now. Awesome! Welcome back. High five. Stock. You two. You're safe. I'm so glad. Not as glad as I am to see you two safe. Seriously, though, we were so worried about you. A lot of stuff happened, and by the time we got back to Elstel, they told us you disappeared. Well, we can talk about it later. Let's hurry up and get out of here first. Reunion with Raoul. Are you, R? Indeed, my name is Raoul. It's nice to meet you. I was previously Stoke Superior, but as you can see, I'm currently being hunted. They can't see that unless there's someone standing right behind you. Wow, a Guttroll! I've never seen one before. I didn't realize they were so big. I found his voice. I'm sorry. This could be a problem. A small one, a woman, and... Is something wrong, Gafka? To be honest, all you humans look the same to me. That is a great line. I love that he says that. Hey, we gotta check the train to Stoke and Raoul. We're seen around here. Really? They must still be hiding around here. Let's go. No rest for the wicked, I see. Let's hurry and get out of here before they find us. Damn it! Well, they found us. We weren't quick enough. There you are, traitors. You and those conspiring with you. All will be eliminated right here. Kraken, wow, what's the last thing you saw? Because ultimately, in this timeline, we left Heiss, we left the Spy Master, joined our good buddy, what is his name? Not Reardon. We joined our friend in the military. Heiss got really mad about it, and basically set up an ambush for our friend's brigade, because our brigade was becoming too popular. And we were becoming too popular, and we were threatening to overthrow... Not really overthrow, but we were getting a lot more popular than the head of the army. So he and Heiss worked together in order to get us eliminated. It didn't work, and we ended up finding some of the orders and being able to implicate him in the coup. Or not the coup, but being able to implicate him and show that he was trying to manipulate the situation to stay in power. And so, yeah, now we're being hunted, right along with the other head of the army, since he knew about it. Out of our way. I want to Black just used to be on the same side. Envious, that's debatable. I was going to say, Heiss and Hugo were definitely working together. Someone set them up to ice. Well, I didn't do amazing things. You paralyzed me! Okay, that takes out that. There you go, Shadow. And a bomb trap. go ahead and move you up so that you take more damage. Dancing All Night is pre-recorded, Kraken. Only because thought I was really close to the end, and I just ended up beating it. And Talos Principle is pre-recorded, because that was recorded with my friend back in Oklahoma, and needless to say, I was moving to Washington. But, no, Tales of Zestria, Xenoblade Chronicles X, and Baton Kaitos are all being played as they go up. I think Electric did the most. No, not Push Assault. Dang it, I did not mean to do that. Oh, I guess it worked out. Alright. I've used emulators. I'm using an emulator right now. Ooh, actually, I can't do that, can I? Because I can't put it where he's currently standing, so just kill him. Goodbye, sir. Okay, so more guys that are going to turn into deserts and get their just desserts. What in the world? There's no time to talk, Lieutenant General. Let's hurry and get away. Right. Oh yeah, Tatsu, I definitely agree with you. In fact, I do this at the beginning of every stream. I actually forgot this stream. I'm emulating Radiant Historia, but here's the game. So, I refuse to emulate anything unless I have a physical copy. The only reason I will ever emulate is because for streaming, and it's way easier and way more reliable for me to do it from the computer. Alright. Save away, like you know you do. So, yes, I can. Get back in here, gorgeous. I'll probably just kind of run into them. I've lost grapple, haven't I? Okay, so I definitely need him off of that. This is not working well. Okay, what are you trying to do now? Something dumb? Ow. Okay. Get ready to suffer. I thought you had the option to... Alright, there we go with that. Yeah, I've actually never heard them called that either. Amusingly enough. Alright. Get ready to die, fool. Push him back. Drop some electricity. Right assault. And just smack him. That will do it more than well enough. Alright. I guess it depends. I have certainly heard of some people that basically would do what amounts to a written walkthrough, except that they tried to put a lot of humor into it, and so it was meant for entertainment rather than information. Who caught up with me? Considering how far we've come, well, I think we'll be okay for now. Yeah, leave that alone. Do you want to say hi to the world? Cat, you're supposed to use your hind legs and stand. Whoa, whoa, calm down, kitty. Kitty, kitty. That cat does not like to be in my lap. It's funny, when you put him in the lap, he's just sort of like... Rawr. Now what's funny is that this cat... Come here, come here. Get up. This kitty is way more comfortable. He's like, okay, I'm in your lap. Yeah. Say hi to the internet. Envious, you may try and... Huh, wait, let me see if I can do it. Well, that's the weird thing, because it's not getting deleted by me. I think it may be a... because, man, I can do this, but it's not like Nightbot or something. So, I don't know what's deleting that, because normally when it does that, it will just show up as, like, you can click it and still get the link, but it's something Twitch is doing as far as I can tell. Why does the cat look orange? It doesn't. There. That's one way around it, darn it. I don't know what's causing that, because it's not Nightbot. I don't have Nightbot in here. Possibly it's Modbot, but I don't think it's not, you know, it's something inherent to the channel that's doing it. You know, and Modbot couldn't do that, because Modbot's just another moderator. It's something on Twitch's end, I think. So yeah, I'm super confused. Anyway, Kitty, you like killed my... There it is. Alright, back to this. We ended up coming on scene after all. Yeah, what happened to the troop? Did they already leave? I hope they did. Yeah, but I'm okay. That's all that matters, right? We're despaired to the young lady. My legs feel so weak. Dude, she's like 10. Goodness. Clearly not the young man I once was. Monsieur General, I think it's time you told us. What happened at Alstel? You're right, you should know. But is it alright if I take off this robe first? As long as you're wearing something under it, yes. It's so hot under here that I can't stand it. Now, where to start? Actually, the best place might be with the assassin that showed up at my door after you three left. An assassin must have been sent by Hugo. Indeed, Rainy and Mako saved me in the nick of time. But if we got there a tad sooner, we could have saved the woman too. The woman? Oh, that's funny. General Rule's secretary. When the assassin burst in, she tried to protect the Lieutenant General, and... well... I feel terribly about what happened to her. Of course, I assume General Hugo would put pressure on me, but not an immediate assassination. It was lack of foresight that killed her. After these two rescued me, I fled the army and headed underground. Since then, I've been unable to act. I've just waited for an opportunity to present itself. And then I showed up. It's fortunate I returned to Alisal when I did. That reminds me, I have a document I can get from Hugo's office. Can you read it? It seems to be ciphered. I can crack it with more time, but it'll be hard to use as evidence. There's a wax seal here, though. That belongs to Count Selvin of Grenorg. It becomes clearer. Oh, that I voice acted that terribly. This seal here, it belongs to Count Selvin of Grenorg. It becomes clearer. Terrible. I see why Hugo deliberately tried to prolong the war. He, Selvin, and whoever else is under the table arrangement to benefit from further conflict. And they're responsible for all the deaths in this war. It's because of them that Kiel died. Grenorg will fall soon. It must be because of the secret talks that things are ending up so smoothly. Anyway, I never thought that you'd have taken refuge in Celestia. No wonder I wasn't able to turn up anything on your whereabouts. I don't recall mentioning we've been in Celestia. It's plain to see, given your present travel company. Is Roche in Celestia as well? Yeah, Roche and Sonia are safe there. It won't be long before Alisal completely annexes Grenorg and the victorious nation. After that, Hugo plans to carry out the Prophet Noah's will, by making a glorious march on Cygnus and the Beastkind lands to subjugate them. To put it plainly, as the nearest neighbor, Celestia will be invaded first. And just as Vanos said, the world is worse off than he knew. Now Celestia may be invaded. You must bring news of this to the Celestia at once. It's interesting that Celestia is the, like, lawful good area of D&D, but the beast lands are the true neutral one, but the beast kind are the ones who live in Celestia. I don't know if that's an intentional thing or not, but it's still interesting to think about. Hot. Would it be alright to bring the Lieutenant General and the others back to the village as well? Well, if you think we should, then I won't say no. I'm relieved to hear that. Well then, lead the way. Whoops. Yeesh. You know what? No, just get out of here. Not playing with, like, triple poison. God dang it. Oh, neutral good? Whatever. Like, I know what I'm talking about. Wait, are they neutral good? Yeah, that's... Okay, yeah, that is right. Oh, dang it, I always do that wrong. Yeah, Nintendo is actually really good about reverse compatibility. Unlike some other places I could name. Although, actually, I don't really mind that the PS4. Okay, so guys, I will be right back. I started streaming as soon as I got home from work, and I need a second for bio. I usually don't do this. I usually just do the 3.5 hours and never stop. But yeah, my stomach is being like, dude, do it. So I'll be right back. I totally made sure that it was all Celestial Bears, and I was like, "Raw bears." Alright, sorry about that. Well, hello, Master Grudon. And no, I was definitely not in Chicago. I live in Seattle. Sorry that you walked in while I was away. Well, hi. That's the hostile army. Man, I definitely walked away for too long. The army beat me here. I won't let you do this! What are those? Auto Defender. Let's just see what it does. Apparently nothing. Alright, so... Wow, we've got a while to go. I'll change that out. Damn it, you would hit her when she's weak. Push him back. Well, that sucked. The auto defenders do real damage. And they also don't take a whole lot of damage. Jeez! This is fair, right here. Okay. Push him back and double slash him. Will you stop? Okay. Unfortunately, the way these guys are positioned, it's really tough to actually punish them. Guys, please start dying. Pretty flippin' please. The battle certainly got a lot more involved, for sure. You apparently can't push that. Good to know. I don't have anything that brings people back? That's bad. Couldn't quite kill him. At least I can't really... Yeah, I know the guards aren't the ones killing me, guys! I am aware! But I can't kill them! Look! That's how much damage I do to them! There, that one's dead at least. Okay, here we go. Now I can finally start working on these stupid crystals. Because the problem is, the guys were in the back and you couldn't get through them, but now I can finally get to these stupid crystals. Well, no, you can't, because the crystals don't move. Why do I use fire? These things are magic. Fire is not effective against magic enemies. Crazy people. See? Fire is not the solution at all. I was gonna say that they're magical enemies. Why would you use fire? I'll get them, though. I will get them. That's not in question. No, I didn't mean to do that. This is such a gimpy fight. Guys, just die. No one wants you to be alive right now. So now we can just slowly beat them down, which is going to be sad, but oh well. Double slash. Just keep pumping out those herbs. Will you stop being such a jerk to her? Because Rush hits the first row. Because they are not in that row. And you also can't move them. They're ridiculously strong, honestly. And that's why I was ignoring them, because Oh, I didn't realize that rain was down. Decent question if they can be poisoned. I should try that. They're the master and commander of no weaknesses. Weak. Apparently they're weak to fire, even though it does 1 damage to them. Okay. That makes no damn sense. Alright, there goes. Now we're just left with Blizzard Boy here. Yeah, I don't really know if there's a better way to do this. If there is, I haven't found it yet. I know! We're sitting here and it's like, we fought saber-toothed tigers, we fought killer boars, we fought a dude that was like half monster, but these little shiny ground-based things are too tough. Imagine trying to make this like battle in an anime. Everyone's running, "Raw! Crystal, twinkle!" He's preparing his ultimate attack! Yeah, but Gafka's not as cute. I've never watched Golden, so I don't have an opinion on that, Tatsu. Wait, are you alright? They stood there and watched. Am I alright? Saved by a human. Guess I should thank you or something. Are you on Celestia's Vigilante Corps? That's right. Who wants to know? I'm former Lieutenant General Rawl of Alistel. An Alistelian officer. Calm down, Ellen. That's a bad habit you have, losing your temper so quickly. No, I understand her hatred completely. They're like, look, the dude in red's trying to find a crystal. Man, he keeps running up there and smacking and like getting shards of his fan. He's like, ow! That's an army burned Celestia to the ground. Don't expect me to ever forget that. You have every reason to hate us. I apologize on behalf of the country. But now there's a new danger fast approaching that I must warn you of. May I please speak with the Patriarch Barakana? Is Barakana supposed to be like a Barracuda reference? He is telling the truth. We have been to Alistel. You must believe us. Guess there's no getting around it. Follow me. So if no one can get in there unless they're accompanied by a Satyrian, whatever it's called, but why were these guys standing outside the border, like fighting, standing off against the army? Couldn't they just like walk behind the barrier and be like, "Eh"? So this country will become a battlefield. Sataros, thank you, Envious. Unfortunately, Hugo has declared on behalf of Noah that this is a holy war of salvation. But in reality, he's trying to achieve his dream of conquering the whole continent. It's safe to assume that he's beyond the stage where he can be negotiated with. I had thought until now the war would end when either side won. That it wouldn't matter if it was Granorga or Alistel. But it seems I was mistaken. I don't know about Golden Tetsu, but the dub of the original is fantastic. I know some people are a little bit annoyed that the people that are dubbed don't say like Yukun and, you know, Chie-chan and stuff like that. They don't use the honorifics in the dub, but they did get damn near all of the original voice actors back. The only ones that were changed were the same ones that were changed in Arena and Dancing All Night. So you don't have the original Chie, you have the new Chie, but they have all the same, you know, voice work. It's really well done. I liked it a lot. It's sad to say, these are the times where the end of one war is only the beginning of another. It's shameful, but this is the history of mankind. Golden doesn't have a dub? Yeah, it certainly seems that way, Envious. From what it looks like, the big problem with Granorg is that they have a super incompetent ruler. The problem with Alistal is that they have a super corrupt and, like, fanatical ruler. I almost... Here's what I think is happening. I think that the Prophet Noah is dead and has been dead for some time. And I don't think Hugo could deal with that. I think that Hugo lived his whole life expecting Prophet Noah to lead the world to, you know, a new renaissance of beauty. And then, when he died and that didn't happen, Hugo just dedicated his life to basically denying the fact that Noah is dead and trying to realize what he thinks Noah's dream was. These troubles wouldn't arrive if they could coexist without each side interfering with the other. Well, we're finally involved in the strife as well. True enough. Hugo must know by now the Vigilante Corps skirmished with Alicel's troops. Why do you have to say it like that? They attacked us! I know that, and you know that. But to him it doesn't matter who instigated the battle as long as it took place. All who oppose Hugo will be crushed forcefully. Alistel now has the excuse they wanted to begin the invasion. Yeah. The situation is no longer at the point where the smallest incident will touch off hostilities. We're past that point now. Baranka, you must make a decision. I really like this bit right here. I like the fact that as we become embroiled in bigger and bigger things, it's not that we keep like escalating in rank and power, so we're always at the middle of everything. I like the fact that we're just soldiers now caught in a conflict that has spiraled beyond our understanding and beyond our ability to control. One of the things that always kind of bugged me about games like Final Fantasy VIII was that, you know, it was like, as the, you know, conflict escalated to the point where it was like the Gardens at war with each other and like an entire nation against the Garden and stuff like that, Squall became the de facto leader of Garden for no real reason. Other than because they wanted to keep him at the center of the conflict, and it made no sense. Here, Raul's stepping in and just sort of like in a conference, and here's what's going on, and oh, by the way, you're in the room too. Is that what you're asking of me, Raul? Yes. The only other choice is to continue closing off the village or to admit defeat. How can we do that? The humans are saying flat out that they're going to exterminate us. Even if we throw down our weapons, all that'll be waiting for us is... You needn't go on, Elm. Everyone understands that. That damned Hugo! This village is completely reliant on our allies in the outside world for resources. As far as I know, Tetsuo, this is a standalone game. I don't think there are any others in its series. If those allies are exterminated, the village will perish shortly thereafter. Even if we continue to wait, our situation will not improve. What to do? What to do? I may be pressing you too hard on this. I doubt you'll be able to make a sound decision under these conditions. Well then, why don't we take a break for now? Yes, I'm sorry, but that would be most appreciated. I will continue to think upon it. Understood. Well then, let's all breathe easy for a while. Stay here if you like, or take a walk around outside. We'll resume the talks when the time is right. Hi, kitty. I'm now alone! I don't want to be alone! Is this going to be one of those awesome, like, talk to people and hear their side of things moments? The group that was attacked just now wasn't their main force, was it? Are they regrouping to attack with a giant army next? Humans tried to kill us, just like that other time. That is very true. I don't really particularly care for his haircut, but he looks really good for his age. Because the barrier, the assault soldiers couldn't make it inside the village. But everyone inside is scared. We're nervous about what happens next. Just like that time. I don't know. You're just the shops. Rush. Don't think about it too much. We're doing the best we can. Welcome back, Tatsu. I know that. Ross is gonna have to get through this on his own. So, you think the gauntlet can be fixed if we get this core replaced? Yeah, Ross's gauntlet core seems to have been disintegrated. If we get a new part, it should work as good as new. But is that really what's best for Roche, Stoke? That's a good question. Not too much, Tatsu. Basically, we are on break while we're trying to figure out what the heck to do. Because I could get Roche's arm fixed. But I don't think I can now because there's no save point. No, there is. Okay, is this... Oh no, we have been a long time since we had a moment to come to. So I shouldn't go fix Roche's arm right now, should I? Yeah, I'm going to talk to Roche. I was just wondering if I could go and get his arm fixed right now, but we are very far away from a point where that's a possibility. Lieutenant General Grawl is safe, so I hear. Yeah. If he stays in Celestia, Hugo won't be able to touch him. He should be able to live quietly here as well. Huh. I really kind of want to fix his arm. I don't think that was a good time to do it. I also haven't seen the traveling troupe, and that bothers me. Alright. Yeah, it's been 40 minutes since... Maybe it's just Celestia, it'd be an impossible battle. But if Cygnus helps, it's not so bleak. If we can get organized and enlist Cygnus' help, we might stand a pretty good chance. Hugo's attention is currently directed towards Grenog and Cygnus. We'll strike at them from the back, and Cygnus can surround him. Yet... we could form the greatest of armies, but it would take a strong commander to lead it. Hasn't that been your job the whole time? I built the foundation for the army, but I never planned on leading it to war. We need a battle-hardened commander to organize the troops in battle and keep morale up. I'm not a good fit for that job. But if I'm asked to do it, I won't ignore duty's call. Yep. Roll. Or not roll, Forget to just tell I made assumptions about its leader. I knew Hugo had his own motives, but I never imagined they would stretch outside the human lands. But after hearing him speak, I changed my way of thinking. I now see him something blinded by his own ambitions. He cannot see anything else. To him, human lives are like pebbles. He kicks them around without even realizing it. He'll put the entire world in jeopardy without realizing it. Will you be able to feed that eel Hugo, man? His voice, it was so cold. If he comes back to this village, he's gonna kill everyone, even my grandpa and Elm. So please stop, please kill him for us. He's gonna kill everyone. Can you kill him first, please? I wish it was that simple. I can't stop him alone. Then everyone should help. We just need to get a lot of friends together and we can crush that meanie. Yeah. In times like this, doing nothing is not defense, it's surrender. Sarol. Yes, I'm here to listen. Oops, I should have talked to the redhead first. I was saving her. Ral, you were speaking to Stock a moment ago. Said you that Cygnus would extend a hand if we made the decision to rise up? Cygnus won't have to make a move of some sort. Actually, they've already sort of begun. The Cygnus army is gathered near the desert town of Scala, west of Judgment Cliff. They are only waiting for King Garland's command. Oh, Garland? That's a name not to trust. How can you be so sure? I heard you had been hounded by the army and forced underground. Some alliances can only be forged when one is hiding underground. Because I had been hunted for Alistel, I began contacting a certain individual. Oh, he definitely talks, Tatsu. I will say the one thing that's a little bit weird about it is that Adachi sounds completely different in the anime, only because both you and Adachi were voiced by Johnny Young Bosch, and so the problem is they sounded very similar in the original Persona 4. And when the anime involved you speaking a whole lot more, they had to differentiate their voice, so they changed Adachi. One who is always being pursued by their country and is seeking refuge in Cygnus. So Cygnus is making a move on this person's urging? Who would have such influence? I cannot say. I promised them I'd divulge the identity to no one. I can guarantee you this person can be trusted. I believe you're giving me enough to work out on my own. Interesting. If we're thinking of the same person, then indeed they mustn't be identified. Well, I want to know who it is. Stop having secrets! They made me a solemn promise. Celestia decides to rise up. They'll work to bridge the gap with Cygnus. Intriguing that you've already laid such extensive groundwork. I'm sorry Celestia's been dragged into this. No, you did well to look so far ahead. Very well, we can't just sit and wait for our village to be overrun. Still, Vigilante Corps is meant to fight lone monsters to approach the village. Elm is a strong warrior, but she has no experience in battle, especially not against humans. Can we truly hope to match them? I understand what you're saying, Patriarch. Fighting an organized army with well-known tactics is different than dispatching a monster or two. I thought at first I'd have Elm command the men, but that may not be She's standing right there! That's rude! But who else would have battle experience as well as the ability to command troops? Hey, Max! How you doing, Captain? Stock. Why don't you do it? Absolutely not. It's one thing to assist a commander, but I can never actually take command. We're not really CO material ourselves, if you're wondering. In that case, how about Rorsch? Is he able to lead? That man doesn't have the will to fight since he lost his Thermatech arm. Thermatech? You mean his gauntlet? It's broken? I had heard he was severely injured, but I didn't think it was as bad as that. Indeed, fire of his will to fight is fading. Though, after hearing all he suffered, I can understand. To lose so much of what was precious to him all at once. Fate can be cruel indeed. Good lord. But there's no question he'd be the one most suited to this. Well, wait, you're not still thinking of making the captain your commander, are you? That's ridiculous. Even if his wounds are healing fast, he almost died not too long ago. I was shocked when I saw what he was like after I got here. He's like a different person. I'm against this. If you're going to go through with it, then I'll... Rainy, calm down. It's true. Field commander will be needed to lead the novice warriors of Celestia. Success of the operation depends on the skills of its commander. I have to think about this one carefully. It's going to have to be Rorsch. We already know that Rorsch is super important to the future. So I'm going to go with Raul and see what that does. Should we have Raul command his men for the front lines? I believe Raul should be one to command the operation. Alright, I'll do it. It's been years since I last stood on the battlefield. Maybe I can be some use again. I couldn't stop General Hugo in Alstel, and I still feel responsible for that. I won't allow the Satiros to be placed in harm's way. I'll stand with them on the battlefield. I'll do what I can as well. We'll be counting on you, Raul. Everyone, let's do whatever we must to defend Celestia. Led by Raul, Celestia emerged victorious in battle after battle thanks to his tactics. Celestia seemed unstoppable, but overconfidence proved to be their downfall. While commanding the troops from the front lines, Raul was killed in assassin's bolts. Without him, Celestia's forces were left in tatters, and were soon annihilated. Afterwards, Stalk and the others faced a long, slow path to defeat. Oh no. Stoke can totally go back in time and stop that. You've returned, Stalk. You made the right choice as a military man, but it seems this time destiny played its hand, and your choice fell short of saving the world. Raul wasn't ready to be the commander at the front line. His strength lies in strategy and planning from the rear. Kraken, really strangely, actually. What happened is that at the very, very beginning of the game, our superior officer and head of special intelligence gave us a book known as the White Chronicle. And when we were out there, we got killed, or just damn near got killed. We got our subordinates killed, and the White Chronicle activated, which allowed us to, go back in time and save their lives and change our strategy. what's really interesting is that our superior officer seems to know exactly what the Right Chronicle is for, what it does, and has been really, really evasive about why did he give it to us. What are his ultimate plans? And so, he's been, in this current timeline, we basically ditched him very shortly after that and went over with Rorsch, and have been serving under him. And he's really been trying to get us back under his thumb and to get us to help out. I have a side theory that either he's corrupt and the White Chronicle won't work for him, and he wanted someone that was a bit more pure of heart that he could manipulate, so he gave it to us. Or possibly that he is the one that's playing events on the other side, and he's the one that actually controls the Black Chronicle. Because we know someone's out there with the White Chronicle's twin and is messing with events as well. Wayward Lion would have been a better contender for the job. If only he could find his way. Stock, you need to find the key to your best friend's heart. Because that's what I read it as. Rorsch. Because he's a lion, come on! You're awake! Oh, jeez, are we all the way back here? Holy crap. I did not think they would send us back this far. So I have to, like, shoot through this again. Sorry for those of you that weren't here the first time, but I'm definitely not, like, sitting through all these scenes again. It would take, like, the rest of the hour just to almost get back to where we were. We wouldn't even make it. And that is a little bit annoying. I do like to see what will happen with my other choices. Is there a new node? Because there sure wasn't before. But if there is, that will be super helpful. Oh, there is a new node. Thank you very much. Because I was totally about to just do it all again, because I'm dumb. Okay, so this is when I made the decision to... I could have sworn there's been times but maybe I just didn't look. Okay, I want to talk to you, because I didn't talk to you about it. Thank you for helping us earlier. Without your help, there may have been more serious injuries or casualties. Patriarch Baraka will choose... Baraka, wow. Baranka will choose a course of action, and I will obey. If he tells me to fight, I will fight. I gotta talk to these guys. Yeah. So let me go talk to these guys real quick. Maybe that will trigger it. I love how I talk to Roche and then I look over there. Nominate Roche. Is Roche? Alright, I'll do it. It's been years. Wait, what? Wait. I'll talk to Rosh. Okay, good. I was like, wait, I totally selected Rosh. What is it doing? Stock? You two... Aren't you his best friend? You... Have you forgotten Keel and the others in the brigade? I can't let this battle end like that. And I'm sure Rosh would feel the same. I'm just gonna see. Stock? Don't push him too hard. This game got a lot better tonight. It wasn't bad before, but it's... The characterization is getting a lot better, and I care about the characters a lot more. Before, I was just sort of like going down the paths because they were open to me. Back again. The situation's changed. Alistal's going to invade in the very near future. We intend to meet them head on. What? Don't even think about it. It's like running down wild animals. It's not like running down wild animals. These will be well-trained, well-organized soldiers. The people here will be massacred. Lieutenant General Raul suggests he lead the fight. I vetoed him, though. You and I know the Lieutenant General's strengths and tactics. He shouldn't be on the field. What we need right now is a commander with actual battle experience. Are you saying I should do it? Sonya says she doesn't want you to fight anymore. She lost her brother in battle. I'm sure she's afraid the same will happen to you. If you're gonna say that the hopes of everyone's pinned on you is too much, there's nothing I can do about that. But is that really what you think? Are you really gonna give it all up? I didn't give anything up. They gave up on me. I've lost all the subordinates I was meant to protect. My gauntlet's lost too. It's over. All over. Is there no way to get through to you, Rosh? That's so. Yep. We have to get his gauntlet back. I wouldn't recommend pressing him too hard right now, Stock. If you're patient with him, he may eventually have a change of heart. But should you bring him to the battlefield when he's not at full strength? If you want him to excel as a battlefield commander, you need to restore his fighting prowess. You don't want him to end up dead either, do you? What you must do is reconstruct the gauntlet that was destroyed by dark forces. I see. You're right. That gauntlet's extremely significant to him. A certain part is needed to repair the gauntlet. I think the key to this is that lady, when he showed such concern with the lion. Sanja? True, she might be able to help. The part he needs is very rare. You will need to cross over many times to acquire one. May end up being the most difficult problem yet. I'm sure you'll be able to handle it with aplomb. Good luck to you. Alright. So, before I cross over, let's see. I think it's this one. Because I need to get into the hills and find the boar. Break on through to the other timeline. Yep, that's all alternate timeline stuff. So in this timeline, I did not actually leave Heiss's employ. And what happened was that we were sent to Gnorg in order to assassinate the princess. So in this one, we're working for special intelligence, and Rosh is off working with the army, and we're kind of completely unrelated. But there's a side quest I need. In order to get it, I have to go fight a boar in the Lasville Hills. And I did not mean to fight this thing. Dang it. Well, namely that Alicel is still fighting Grenorg. There's no impending war in that timeline as far as we know. And it may also be that Hugo is not pushed into any rash actions, like basically taking out the Lieutenant Commander, or basically trying to take out the Lieutenant General, the same as he is here. And the War Machine just moves on, and Hugo is just another soldier, thus far. Dang it, go away! These guys are harder than I remember. Not hard, mind you, just harder than I remember. So, yeah, in this timeline, we don't really know Hugo was anything problematic, but he probably still is. I mean, there's no reason to think he's not, necessarily. But, yeah, he hasn't shown his true colors over here. Right now, it's still a very procedural and, you know, correct war going on. Alright, so we'll go ahead and use you. Move it on down. The boar should be pretty close, I believe. Out of the way. There it is. Let's see if this goes any better than last time. Break on through to the other board. Mana burst. Mana burst. How is that different than... I mean, I guess if he just sucked and you wanted someone else to take his turn, but won't that... Interesting. So, in theory... Well, this is not going well. That's not going well at all. Jeez, this guy is not so hard. Am I doing something really bad, or is there just, like... I'm going to check one thing on him. Because, man... Weak against fire. He charged twice. Okay, apparently he will do that twice. God dang it. Well, I lose this one again. I think I know what the difference is, though. I don't have that? Because I don't actually have anything to bring him back. He's the one that can't die. But I do think I know how to beat him. Just takes a little bit of that strategery. Okay. So let's do this again. But this time... Magic boost him. Now, push him away so he can't completely mess us up. $98, that's way better. So you charge again. Now we start bursting you. Get out of here. And then boost her as well. Burst that away. Fire again. Burst that away. Alright. Hit points going down way faster now. Oh, damn it. I wasn't sure what happened in this one. Because I ran out of stuff. Really? I'm really confused about what he's doing now. Ah! Okay, I think I've got him though. I think I've got him. I ended up defending so many times when I ran out of stuff that I'm pretty sure if I had just gone for it, I would have killed him. Grinding! Not actually, this isn't even grinding. This is brute forcing. But I do like what the strategy I have. So you go first, and you boost magic. And then you boost her magic. Mana burst. Mana burst. Yeah, I think I could have won, but I didn't know what he was doing, so I was confused and concerned and conflagrated. Trans turn. All of the fire. Yeah, we got this. That thing should be renamed Burnt Boar. Alright. Savory boar meat. This meat is different. In any case, it's the boar meat I need. Let's get it to Hilster. Burninating the boars. Alright. So yeah, Kraken, if you're still here, this is the event that split the timeline, and then yeah, I've been following both timelines pretty far. Gotten this far in this timeline. Let me go there to give the boar meat to that guy. We killed the boar! Alright, and he is, I believe, clear over this way? Yeah, I'm over on the wrong side. Wrong side entirely. So I have to find my way back to the right side. Found it! Alright, where is... About a soldier and lies? I do not remember that, Envious. There was a soldier about... There's a quest about a soldier being caught a landslide that I did. Yep. Absolutely, Max. Tetsuo, not really. Although, weirdly, they retain their experience from both timelines, so they just, like, randomly get a lot stronger. But no, they don't actually realize that I'm moving through the two timelines. So every once in a while, I'll know stuff about them that they haven't told me yet. Don't think I've seen your faces before. Come to think of it, you guys weren't the one... Is this the guy? I think this is a different guy. I think this is... Where are you, sir? Damn it. Did I, Squire? I don't remember who he is exactly. I just remember he's in this city, and then when I got to the tavern, I'm like, crap. So I'm just talking to everyone I run past. Okay, there we go. Found him. Found him. Thank you, James. That's it. This is meat from a giant boar. I'll start preparing it right away. Please, help yourself to some of my cooking. This time I make giant boar steak with garnet-style sauce. Please, taste it. I wouldn't have expected you to attempt this dish. Nevertheless, I will give it a taste. Well, this is the best boar steak I've ever sampled. Yes? But I told you this was the ultimate dish that can never be completed. Do you understand? Do you understand the meaning of that? Is this a complete dish? Answer me. Well, you said it was the best dish you'd ever tasted. Isn't that enough? You don't get it, do you? When Winnow the boar and the cornet vegetables in season. The boar is best when the Lasville berry is ripe, because the boar's meat of choice. For the vegetables, you could harvest them now, but they are not truly ripe just yet. I finally see what it means! Do you understand now? These two ingredients can never be at their prime at the same time. That is why the dish will never live up to its true potential. I can find no fault with the steak itself in this case, but the sauce lost richness and depth of the ripe vegetables. It's proof that the vegetables were harvested before they were truly ready. You went to this knowing nothing of the dish or the reason for my obsession. Come back when you understand! I couldn't convince my father. I mean, I still have confidence in that dish, but I suppose it's true I know nothing about it. I'm going to start fresh. I'll make something my father will approve of. I feel like I could get them at the... when they're both ripe. Yes, I am in... I don't know what you mean. I'm in the original timeline. Because there's the original and the altered. I don't know what you mean by the duty revealed timeline. Set at the same point near the outside of town? Oh. Okay, I was thinking like I had to go to some place in the timeline. Sure, I don't mind you telling me about awesome quests. As long as it doesn't become, hey, do this, hey, do this, hey, do this. Save point near the outside of town. There's a guard. Do you have something to say to me? Yes. What is your relationship to her? Well, I don't understand. Don't play dumb. I know you entered the city with her. Do you mean Ott? No, Ott is just a little girl. I'm talking about Lacey. Well, I met them along my travels, that's all. Oh, I see. Hey, could you do me a favor? Can you bring Lacey to me? I want to talk to her one more time, so please, bring her here. Well, I can do that for you. Oh, thank you. I can't talk to the corpse. Now the question is, where is Lise, and where would I find her? Because she never really joins my party, to my knowledge. But maybe we do. I don't really remember. I'm pretty sure that we like come into the village ahead of time. Well, I know that, Jane. I just couldn't remember if she entered the city with me or not. There goes that. Stop trying to poison me. Stop succeeding in poisoning me. Oh, crap! Not what I meant to do at all. Oh, you're just being difficult. Of course that'll work. It probably won't. All right. Okay, let's get through this real quick. Pretty much, Squire. That's the big thing. There's so many games I want to play. No, you're probably right, Max, but I'm already here. Okay, so there's definitely no chance to do it there. Alright, so let's get to a save point so we can go back to where we were. But hey, that let me know what was going on. Envious because it's a blind run. Come on. Jeez. Can't believe you don't know what you're doing in a blind run. Besides, I think I've already been to the end and there's no one there. But we'll find out. We will find out. Because, yeah, she's playing. Well, I was just... It was a leap of logic of when is the only time in the game I've had Lisa in my party. Oh, so I find it. You sent me to another side quest, you jerk. Just kidding. Alright. I understand your request. Actually, by the way, acting that pay must be hard to come by. That's the problem, it's basically impossible to get. Green ID comes from shaving down an ore called alchemolite. one artist knew the proportions to make the perfect green, but he died in an accident in the Alma mine. He loved the Grand Plain, so I wanted to paint his tribute to him. If I don't have that paint, it just won't be fitting tribute. But yeah, it was like, that was the only time she was actually in my party, so it was the only time I could have actually had her go talk to him. And it is a time travel game. I mean, it's not like if I walked up to him and they started talking, it could easily still give you credit for it. It'd be even funnier, you know? It'd be, you know. Okay, that's where she is. I did not ever realize she was up here. I'm sorry, were you practicing? I have something I need to tell you. Well, that's fine. What do you want to discuss? The gatekeeper asked me to bring you to him. Oh no, him again? Did something happen between you two? No, there was something, but maybe it was actually nothing. In short, we love each other. That's our relationship. Well, that's awfully weird. Oh my god, my boyfriend, my husband, love of my life wants to talk to me. God. I gathered that, but I don't understand why you don't go see him. Humans and beast kind can't be together. Our cultures, our ways of thinking are too different. I did think of that as I was saying it, Max. Thank you. I was like, this is exactly one of the things she would say. So I shouldn't allow myself to get any closer to him. It'll just end in heartbreak. Honestly, if it weren't for my job, I wouldn't have come here. I'm sorry, but could you go say no for me? Alright. Hi, I'm Assassin. Apparently I'm also a messenger boy. And actually, yeah, Envious, you should be glad. That was only like 10% bronze. Hey, where's Lacey? I told her what you wanted, but she said you can't do that. I knew it. I thought she might say yes if I'm trying companion and ask her. Thanks, though. I'll think of another way. I won't give up on her. There's got to be more to it than that. Wow, complete 69 of 236. Whew. That's a lot. So this more is going to happen with this later. That's interesting. That's still like that. I wonder why. I didn't reload a save. Alright. But let me go save because we are about 6 minutes over. I don't know why I'm running away with the save point. The save point is scary! Yeah, that's what I'm guessing. I was like, it's not giving me any prompts or any real clues of what I can do about it, so obviously something has to change. Something's gotta change! But join me tomorrow night when we go assassinate a princess! A really awesome and reasonable and pretty okay princess. We're bastards. Anyway, I will see you all next time. Thank you very much for tuning in. This has been Dumbail, SC, or just Dumbail. Not just SC, though. If you type in SC, you will not find me. You can't. That was not where I wanted to go. I want to go to the end. Yeah. The problem is I don't really know when they're fresh. I don't remember what the guy said about when they're fresh. I know they're fresh at off seasons. But yep, see you tomorrow, Max. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for dropping by. I will, if you stream, I will try and be by, if I am there. See y'all, guys. For real.